This video contains commentary. What's crack-a-lackin', my magical little dudicorns? Welcome back to Storytime with your favorite Reddit fairy. My name is Lorna, and today we're getting into episode 60 of r/ChoosingBeggars. So without further ado, sit back, smash that subscribe button, or else I'll have to send Karen over to your house, and let's get right into it. Can you house sit for me? I offer to do it for free, and no good deed goes unpunished. Posted by user Avocado with Tomato. This happened very recently, and I'm pretty sure it fits this subreddit, but I have been wrong before, so please feel free to tell me so. Also, mandatory English is not my first language. Not long ago, a very close family member was going away on 3 days trip. They asked me if I could house sit and pet sit their senior dog and cat, since they didn't have anyone else who could do it, and this was a very important work trip they couldn't skip. First, they offered to pay me, and I said no need. Family, right? I could do most of my work from a remote location as long as I bring a few things with me. Still a pain in the butt for certain jobs, and Choosing Beggar knew that. This is important for context because, again, I'm going out of my way to help them, bringing my work and setup with me, and doing it all for free out of the goodness of my heart. LOL. Choosing Beggar tells me to use the house like it was my own. Fridge and food in it included. I thank them, but tell them I bought my own food, special diet, but may grab something if I really need it. Keep in mind, this house is in the middle of nowhere, and the closest store is too far away for me to just go grab 2 things if needed. I house sit, and it all goes well. Pets are cute, loved on, walked, fed, and cleaned after. Fast forward to the day Choosing Beggar has to come back. Suddenly, they want to stay an extra day because some coworkers decided to enjoy an extra day at the location. This was unplanned, and at this point, I had some work backed up that I could only finish in my own office. I wasn't happy. This working from buttland in the mountains has put me behind on my to-do list, and Choosing Beggar is not even considering their fun time is making me lose money. But after some back and forth, we agree since Choosing Beggar will be back the next day at 6 a.m. I can just give dinner to the pets and go back to my home so I can get caught up with work and hopefully not lose some rushed jobs I was getting hired to do. Cat and pup can be alone for a few hours. Well, the next day, I get a not-so-pleasant email from Choosing Beggar. They are disappointed that I didn't clean a little around the house. I cleaned after myself. I left the house as I found it. I washed my sheets and towels, made the bed, and even cleaned the bathroom I used. I just didn't clean the mess that was there before me, like dusting all of Choosing Beggar's figurines, etc. Apparently, the dog destroyed one of the bed pillows from the time I left to the time Choosing Beggar got there. And do I know how expensive that pillow is? I should pay for it because it's my fault. Both pets roam the house freely, and I was specifically told to leave the master bedroom door open because the dog likes to sleep in Choosing Beggar's bed. So I just did what I was told. Also, that happened after I left, as we agreed. So I can PayPal them for the pillow and the food I ate. I literally drank some iced tea and used 2 tomatoes. After they told me to use anything I needed, not a single, but thank you for taking care of cat and pup for me, or any other kind of thank you. Maybe next time I house sit for them, we should write down some rules. Oh, and don't you worry, Choosing Beggar, there will not be a next time. Smiley face. Oh my god, that, the audacity, what the frick? Yeah, nope, I wouldn't be doing any favors for that person anymore. That's either bipolar disorder, or that's just a horrible person. Why would you tell somebody to take full reign of your house and then decide that you're gonna charge them for it and try to make their life a living hell after? They did you a favor. They even extended that favor, and you just basically pressed your booty muddy boot in their face. Oh my god. My dudes, how's your day going? What's going on? Let me know in the comments below what you guys are up to in your day. And yeah, let's get into the next story. This one is called Starving Friend Denies Help, posted by user Cracka-Barrel. This was originally posted by user Megan282 on Am I the Asshole? Friend, 28 female. Let's call her Jade. was spoiled financially from age 12 to 18 by father, and developed habits of eating out, eating pre-made stuff, never cooked, best brands of candy every day. At 18, Dad cut her off. He and the mother are divorced. And now for the past 10 years, she's struggling with meeting ends working part-time jobs. This year, it hit really hard since her government welfare ended. Now, she, her mom, and her brother, who's 18, are living from mom's €300 salary. Jade, by being really picky with food, is actually starving. She claims that she needs about €7 per meal that she would eat. She refuses to cook, and now they don't even have a stove to cook on, just a microwave. Me, who's 24 female, grew up in a bit more financially responsible family, and we barely eat out. We cook at home and usually bring meals to work, etc. Despite meeting ends well, I managed to make a price of meal about €2 to €3. It is simple but healthy food, usually rice or buckwheat and some meat, eggs, bread, vegetables. It doesn't even get that repetitive for me, even though the meals do look absolutely basic. While Jade, being my friend for 11 years, has been opening up and complaining a lot lately. She's actually is starving. She said lack of chocolate drives her crazy, and that she barely eats anything at all because mother doesn't give her money to eat, and she doesn't like to eat what mom buys. She asked for help. I offered dark chocolate since we have a lot at home. Rejected. I offered to cook her rice, buckwheat, eggs, give her vegetables, fruit, bread. Rejected. I kept offering help, and she said I'm offering her food that she doesn't like. And if I want to help, I should give her cash. I do want to help her, but not in cash, since she would spend it in 2 days what I could make for food in 1 week with the same amount. I was offering healthy stuff that I eat myself, but it is not good enough to her. Well, I snapped and said, let me know when poverty and starvation lowers your standards. Fuck, man, what the... Like, this girl was willing to make you, like, a whole meal, like, oh, man, why do people take advantage of each other like this? Stop doing this. Everybody needs to just stop, take a breath, and hug each other. It'll be a much prettier world, I assure you, my dudes. All right, my dudes, before I get into the next story, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on all notifications for future videos just like this one. This one is called, Where's My 2-Year-Old Power Cord? Posted by user Zork from Orc. A friend of mine just got a request from a lady. She wanted a camera cord from 2 years ago. For context, my friend used to own a camera store, and for personal reasons, he had to sadly close it down. During his last few weeks open, a lady came in and bought a photography lamp from him, also friending him on Facebook as she liked his store. He closes his store and moves on with his life. Fast forward to today, 2 years later. She messages him saying, I thought this lamp came with a power cord. Can you send it to me? My friend is confused and tells her that unfortunately he had to close down the store and all the stock was liquidated when he did. Okay, but can't you just send me the cord? I was under the impression that it would come with the lamp. My friend is still confused, but decides to be nice and find the exact same cord on Amazon and sends her the link. The cord is $6. Well, I was under the impression that since I bought it from you, that you would send me the cord. At that point, my friend again explains that his store is closed, all the accounts and records are gone since it's been 2 years, and he doesn't just have the cord sitting around on his dresser. The whole encounter ended with the lady confused as to why this man would not send her a power cord, and my friend sad at remembering he had to close his store, and also a bit confused how she had been using this lamp for 2 years without the power cord in the first place. She probably didn't need it until then and just took it out of the box, I'm guessing, but still, yeah, like, get with the program, Karen. People don't just keep spare parts in the house. Also, they're not gonna go on Amazon and buy you something out of their pockets. Oh my god, I'm such a turd. Anyway, let's get into the next story. This one is called, Choosing Beggar is disappointed with free candy. Posted by user Thorthworth. I can't believe I did not stumble on that, okay? I'm a teacher, and all my students are adults. A while back, I started bringing candy to my classes a lot, just as a way to make class a little more pleasant. Everybody likes candy, right? It started with just Hershey Kisses. Then I started mixing it up with mini Reese's and Kit Kats. Then, because a few students don't like chocolate, I also started bringing Starbursts. I now have a candy jar on my desk at all times, split down the middle with chocolate candies on one side and the Starbursts on the other side. Today, one of my students told me she wants to see some more variety in the chocolates. She's tired of the same stuff every day. I remind you, we're talking about free candy that I buy with my own personal money, and at the rate they go through it, I spend around $20, $30 a week on it. She even suggested that I get some Ferrero Rochers, as an option. Oh my god, don't stop buying candy. You're just reinforcing their bad habits and their bad manners. Like, what the fuck? Or, only give it to them, when they do something good. I don't know. Just stop giving it out to them for nothing. They need to earn that shit. Also, as much as I am a strong advocate for Reese's peanut butter cups in any shape or form or size, some people are allergic and you should not bring that to school. Alright, let's get into the next story. This one is called An Actual Choosing Beggar I Encountered Today That Turned a Bit Scary. Posted by user jhonatan1. I was on my way home after dropping my older kid off at school and then stopping at the grocery store with my toddler. At the light on the way out of the parking lot, there's a corner where homeless people panhandle. There's usually a few different people, and today it was the rowdy drunk. I'm stopped at the light waiting for it to turn, and I mindlessly made eye contact with him. He immediately starts pointing at his sign that says, "Anything helps, God bless." I happen to have a package of crackers in my purse, so I figured, what the hell? He's probably hungry and it's really cold. I open my window and his face lights up. I hold the package out the window and he gets pissed. Apparently, I'm supposed to walk them to him. I told him that I have my baby in the car, but I could toss them if he couldn't get up, which I knew he could because he gets riled up at people all the time, and I've seen him walking around. He yells, "No, fuck you, I'll come get it," and walks over. Here's where things get fun. Apparently, anything helps doesn't extend to anything. So when he sees that it's a package of crackers, he starts freaking out, yelling at me. It's not like I hid them. I waved them around for him to see. He screamed, "Why in the fuck would you give me this shit? Don't you have any cash?" I told him I didn't, and I'm sorry, but this is all I have. At that point, my light turned green, and he got in front of my car before I could go. He started slamming his hands on my hood, screaming obscenities, and refused to move. I had my phone dialed to 911 and was about to call when a guy waiting at the crosswalk approached him and threatened to kick his ass if he didn't move. Homeless guy moves and then flips me off as I drive by. He's a regular at that corner too, so I'm sure I'll see him again. Can't wait. Oh no. Choosing beggar, Charlie. This is why people don't want to help people like you. If they're just gonna attack you after, why don't they just make their signs more, realistic? Maybe just say exactly what you want instead of getting yourself into this situation. They're getting themselves into this situation of getting pissed off because they're saying anything helps. Well, clearly not, Charlie, because you were just almost attacked a lady with kids. What the frick? By the way, that's gonna be my name now for, drunk and disorderly choosing beggars. It's gonna be Choosing Beggar Charlie. I don't know why. It just came to my head, so deal with it. All right, my dudes, the next story is called When Charity Isn't Needed. Posted by user Levolution86. Morning, Reddit. On phone, so meh, and very poor at grammar. Slightly long story, so TLDR at the bottom, which I'm not gonna read. Background. I work for a kitchen appliance shop in the UK. I come across choosing beggars a lot. A lot. Every day. Example. How much for cash? I've seen that cheaper elsewhere. My cousin's dog Auntie's owner bought a kettle from you, so can I get a discount? But they are easy to deal with, and I do help a lot of people and work with charities a lot as well. Example, I work the bar at local charity events, give items for charity raffles, give money to homeless charities. So myself and the owner do a lot for our community because A, we do get business from these events. B, my family grew up very poor and I don't like families struggling. And C, it genuinely feels awesome to help people. But on to the events of this moment. The charity stuff is relatively important to the story. I was in our shop, quite small, but we have a lot of stock stacked up on each other. And I get a call from the Citizens Advice Bureau, UK charity, and a lovely woman who I have dealt with before is on the other end. I'll call her W. And the conversation went something like this. W. Hello, OP. How are you? Me. I'm fine. What can I help you with? W. Well, I was hoping for some help with choosing Beggar. She is in crisis and got her a crisis fund for a new washing machine and fridge freezer. A crisis fund is used for when you literally have no money and most likely are crippled in debt. Me. Of course, I'll help. Send her in. W. Amazing. She has a £500 fund. A lot for a crisis fund. It's usually around £100 to £200. And we end the call and she emails me the crisis fund details. And not 5 minutes after I get the email, in walks our choosing beggar. And immediately I get slightly confused because she doesn't have the look of someone on a crisis fund. Wearing an expensive brand jacket, brand new Nike Air Jordan 1s in pink and blue. I knew the trainer's real because I'm obsessed with Nike trainers and have too many. And immediately the conversation went like this. Choosing beggar. Hello, I'm here to get some items with my crisis fund. Me. Brilliant. I'm here to help you. Choosing beggar. I also need a tumble dryer and cooker. Me. Well, let's see how much we can do for you. This isn't unusual because a lot of the times these people have nothing in their homes except maybe a microwave for cooking everything. I begin to show her what she can get with her fund and start working things out price-wise, and realize she might have to have one of our second-hand tumble dryers while everything else is brand new. Now, while I'm doing this, she is looking around and spots something and she's writing down these items, and then comes up to our big boy fridges and asks about a Smeg, which is priced up to £1,500, and her eyes light up like a damn Christmas tree. Choosing beggar. I want this one. Me. That's our most expensive fridge. Choosing beggar. Yes, but look at it. Me. But choosing beggar. And I want that cooker. £799. This tumble dryer. £299. And this washing machine. £429. When can they be delivered? Me. Your crisis fund won't cover it or come anywhere near to cover it. Choosing beggar. I know, I'll pay the difference. Me. Breaking out the calculator. It would come to over £3,000. Choosing beggar. I'm sure we could do a deal for all four. How about £2,800 for them all? Me, now getting what's happening. Okay, I'm sure we can do that. What's the address? Choosing beggar reads off a different address to the address on the crisis fund, and then says that's where she's moving to. Me. Okay, give me a second and I'll just check if we have those in stock. I then go back out and have a nice chat with W and give the information and offer to send the CCTV with the audio to her, which she thanks me for and asks for all CCTV. I return to choosing beggar. Me. I've just spoken to W. I would like you to leave the store immediately. Choosing beggar. What? Why the fuck would you do that? Me. Because you are taking money off people who really need it. And she storms off like a thunderbolt. Sorry, no massive fight or argument with choosing beggar, but W told me she is in some trouble for fraud by the sounds of it, and W told me she would keep me on the loop, and I might have to go to court as a witness, which I will happily do. The whole thing genuinely peed me off because we help people on crisis funds who get £100 to £200 to do their entire kitchen, and often seem so happy there can be tears, but I'm hoping she gets what she deserves. We'll update if any more information comes up. Woo! So follow this one, my dudes. Jesus. What is wrong with people? Like, So she just did this as like a loophole to try to get a better deal on some fucking furniture. Are you fucking kidding me? This Karen needs to be hunted down and somebody needs to give her the biggest backhand upside the back of her head she's ever had. That's all I'm saying. She needs to be shook a little bit, I think. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below what you would do in this case with this choosing beggar. All right, my little fairykin, I've got one more story for y'all today, and I think I got some bloopers at the end, so stick around for that as well. You guys are gonna love it, I think. So without further ado, this story is called The Needy Guy Who Wouldn't Leave Me Alone. Posted by user Young... Young Scum Fuck. Sorry. I was gonna put that in the bloopers, but that's just gonna stay there. All right, let's get into it. A few months back, I saw a post in a local buy and sell group about a guy who needed a phone. He said he was trying to find a cheap phone. He suffered a severe leg injury a while back, causing him to lose his job, home, and a lot of his belongings. He just needed any kind of phone so he could be contacted for job interviews to get back on his feet. Feeling bad for the guy, I pulled an old iPhone 6 in decent condition out of my drawer and messaged him. I told him he could have the phone for free. He seemed thankful and asked if I wouldn't mind meeting him at the local mall, where he was using a display computer in the Apple store to check Facebook. I put an old case on the phone, grabbed a charger, and headed over to meet him. He came out to meet me at the front entrance. It was pretty easy to tell that this guy was having a tough time. He looked unkempt, in his mid-20s, wearing a pair of torn, stained sweatpants and a thin coat, a size too small. He limped over to my car, where I handed him the phone. He thanked me over and over, offering to pay me back when he got money or shovel my driveway for me. Not really wanting to tell this guy where I live and knowing he's poor and hurt, I told him that it was okay and just to take care of himself, then give back to those less fortunate when he could. He told me he'd add me on Facebook and message me if he ended up getting a job. We went our separate ways. I got a message from him about a week later, expecting him to let me know that he got a job or found a place to stay. Instead, he was asking me for money. He told me he needed $60 to pay for a background check and documentation needed to get back to work. To be honest, apart from having just $20 to my name at the time, I wasn't interested in handing over $60 to a random dude at all. I did my little part already. It's not my responsibility to provide for him. I told him that I didn't have any more money and wished him luck. He then said, "Can you at least give me $40, man? The check and documents actually cost $40. I was gonna use the other $20 for smokes. I'll pay you back when I get a job." I told him no again, stating that I didn't have any money. He instantly got angry, saying, "I saw the silver rings on your fingers in that nice car you pulled up in. I know you got money, man. If you don't care enough or don't want to give it to me, just tell me." My 2 rings were a gift from my mom and my girlfriend. My car is a 2010 Dodge Charger with 216,000 kilometers on it that I bought for $5,000 after my grandma lost her license and gave her car to me. I sold it for the Dodge as it was far bigger and better suited for me than her little Suzuki front-wheel drive hatchback. I told him it's not my responsibility to pay for his stuff. I wasn't giving him any money, so he removed me and blocked me. He must have unblocked me. I saw a post of his in a buy and sell group last week. It was a picture of a shattered iPhone 6. My iPhone 6. He dropped the phone and broke it and was also looking for a place to stay for the night. As far as I know, he still hasn't gotten a job, which shouldn't be that hard. My local Walmart hires anyone. A midget in a wheelchair is a full-time employee there. I don't agree with that last little bit he just said. That's not cool. But, like, why did you just single that person out? Anyway, I was having fun. I like this story until that point, but but I know what he's saying, and also at the same time, it isn't that easy to get a job. I am walking proof of that. I have mad credentials. Well, not credentials, but experience. I have mad experience, and nobody's calling me my man. Yeah, I don't know. You gotta kind of feel bad for the choosing beggar in this story, I guess, a little bit. I mean, sounds like he is pretty down on his luck, but that's kind of shitty. Don't ask somebody for money and then get mad when they say no. Like, I guess OP could have said it a little nicer. Just, no, I'm sorry, I don't have the money. If you really cared, though, you would point them towards like a charity that does help. You know what I mean? That's what I would do. If somebody asked me for help and I couldn't help them, I would start looking up links and being like, why don't you call this number? They might be able to get you what you need, kind of thing. You know, like be helpful, be good to each other. This guy was nice though. He gave him an iPhone. So I guess, you know, he's got some points there. But then if you look in the comments below, Helios Zero says, he lied to you about needing $60 to get a job, and then admitting that $20 of that was for smokes. He's not just a needy guy, he's a scammer. Yeah, he's a scammer mixed with a guy that mixed a little bit with somebody who's had a bad go at life, I think. I mean, yeah, don't do shitty things like this. He's a choosing beggar, definitely. All right, my dudes, that is all I've got for you today. I hope you liked this video. Congratulations if you made it this fucking far, because I've had some pretty short videos the past couple of days. You know, life getting in the way and all that. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on all notifications for future videos just like this one. Leave a comment below. Let me guys know what you guys are doing today, what you guys have planned for the weekend. I love to hear from you. Don't forget to submit your stories. The links to these stories will be in the description, so you can head on over to Reddit and show those posters some love with some upvotes, because you know they deserve it. My dudes, I hope you have a fan-fucking-tabulous day, and I will see you guys in tomorrow's episode. Enjoy these bloopers. I had my phone dialed to 911 and it was fucking hell. It was mouth, form words. Jesus Christ. But oh my god, this is so hard to read. Fuck you, 4-wheel drive hatchback. Front wheel drive, Lorna.